This is one thing that bothers me greatly about the motion picture production industry and the modeling industry like no other. So when people need exposure, brands, they'll say, hey, you can be in our commercial, you can be in our show, but you have to pay in order to be a part of this. And people are willing to do it because they're willing to get exposure or, get an experience out of it, etc. For example, like some shows in New York and LA Fashion Week, people are like, brands and designers, you can walk for us, but you have to pay $200 to register with us. You have to pay the photographer, which is going to be like another $500 to $800 package. This is required or it's not required. And if you don't get those packages, you're not going to get the photos to have proof that you did the show. And usually they include like swag bags with those, and it's usually like makeup, some chapstick, a bunch of flyers, and a bunch of coupons. Okay. Miami Swim Week, they do that a lot too, but here's the thing, you have to fly out there on your own dime. You have to provide your own transportation, hotel, accommodations, everything on your own dime. And you have to pay for the show on top of that. So what you could be getting paid, a good chunk of money for the show if you're a well-known model or actor or whatever. What's supposed to be money in your pocket, you're actually paying almost all of that out of your pocket, which is so insane to me. You're doing it, especially for Miami Swim Week. I've gotten many offers to pay to participate, but I'm like, I have to go out there and I don't have the funding to get a hotel, get transportation, and get flight from here to even New York or even to Miami is about $500. Hotel for a week, because they want you to be there for a whole week, that's gonna be another $500 to $800. And mind you, this is like math I did like 4 years ago, so it's definitely gone up since. And then if I eat every single day, I have to eat every single day, so it all adds up. It's on the low end, it's a $12,000 to $2,000 trip. But once you include the registration and photographers and MUAs and everything, you're looking at a solid like $3,000 to $5,000, and it's just not. It just doesn't. I can't piece it together in my noggin, So for example, I got hired for a show here in Arizona, super local. I'm not gonna say the name because I'm really on a debate if I want to do it, but I'm like, wow, a show that's here that selected me and whatnot. I'm excited, hell yeah. And I'm looking at it, and the show requires you, and here's the thing about a lot of these shows, they're like, along with the registration fees and all the fees, you have to sell 8 tickets, and it's always a random number. It's always like 7 or 8. It's between 6 and 8. Even pageants do this. Pageants are like, you have to sell $500 of tickets, and each ticket is like $50. So it's like, why do I have to, like, I know people, but I don't know that many people, if that makes any sense. I'm not accustomed to that many people in my life, if that makes, you know what I mean? Like, I have friends, but not friends that are willing to do that, if that, you know what I mean? So, for example, here says early bird tickets. So I have to sell, so I have to confirm my participation by tomorrow, by replying to this email, my measurements and wardrobe, by tomorrow as well. Ticket sales expectation. To walk in the show, you must sell at least 8 tickets, general admission or VIP. Early bird tickets go for $40, VIP go for $85, and then general admission is $50 after the early bird sale, and VIP is $100. So that is about $350, okay? And it's a first show here in Arizona. So I'm like, is it worth it for me to do this? If it was New York, if it was LA, okay. If it was Paris, if it was Milan, if it was Dubai, but Arizona, what are we doing?